del gerente del spa de Barbados.
Yeah?
Estuvo buena, estuvo
Yeah,
muy
do you
buena.
like that one? Thank you.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Well, Romina just was saying that she loved the interview that I did with Steve Andrews. And now I have the pleasure to introduce to all of you Romina. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Romina is from Argentina. She is owner, founder, CEO, and everything in between for a spa specialist consultant, Aqua. So, Romina, hi, how you doing?
Hi, I'm
Nice to
very well.
finally see your face because we've been in emails back and forward and phone calls and everything, but it's nice to see a face, to put a face to the voice.
Oh, yes, definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much, Maribel, for contacting me, for creating this amazing initiative regarding to the wellness conference that we need, to help to increase the industry. So thank you so much for contacting me from, as you said, I'm in Argentina.
Yeah,
And South America. I'm in the other side of the planet, but
I
it's a pleasure.
know.
Oh yes, but
I know, I know.
it's a pleasure for me to stay here today.
The
Well, talking to you by Zoom. So
yeah, the land of the tango and the alfajoles with dulce de leche, which I love. I
yeah,
love them. That's one of my favorite things ever, ever, ever.
really. I promise next year, hopefully, to take alfajores and dulce de leche
A
to the
big
conference.
jar. Okay, so
A
it has
big
to be a
one.
big jar because
I do it
I'm telling you, I have a friend
still.
that he's from Argentina, and every time that he goes back home to visit his mom, he lives actually right now. He moved to Florida, and I always tell
Right.
him like, if you want to talk to me again, you have to bring me a jar of dulce de leche. If
Big
you
one.
want, we can be still be friends, but you have to bring me that because if not, you're not my friend anymore. Anyway,
Okay.
Romina, talk to us a little bit about what how this aqua specialist consulting spa consulting became a reality. How did
Right.
you start your journey into wellness? I mean, is this something that just came out of nowhere from you? It's just you have an experience and it knocked you out and you said, this is what I want to do. How was
Mhm.
this?
Okay, well, we can say that I started my journey 20 years ago when, well, I got a bachelor degree in tourism and I studied for my postgraduate in Switzerland. And of course, I started working in hotels in most of hotel areas in Argentina and in Europe. And then I decided, okay, I would like now to become a hotel consultant, just to help others to solve the problems that I used to have when I was operating the hotel.
Hmm.
And it was there when I was working for prestigious hotel consulting firms that I realized that any time that we got a hotel project with a spa, it was a real challenge because nobody had the expertise, or not many people, let's say, had the expertise to work in this area, right? So
Hmm.
my colleagues used to ask me because I always been a spa lover. I mean, just as a spa consumer.
Hmm.
And this time I said, okay, there is something here that we can do for to help spa managers, investors, to develop spa projects from the very beginning as other areas in the hotel. So I start to to study about how to create a success spa business model, studying the market spa in the paying attention on consumers, what they were looking for. And finally, 10 years ago, I create my own consulting firm focused on spa and wellness center with my business partner, who used to be a spa manager for most recognized hotel companies.
Okay.
So we decided to create a firm to help spa owners, spa managers and investors, hotel managers, to develop a successful model for spa.
But when you say from the very beginning, I mean, do you
Right.
guys get involved in, let's say, the structure, construction, the ambience? I mean, because I know that you're talking about the markets
Mhm.
and branding and the consumer, but it got me to just call my attention when you say from the very beginning. So you guys involve yourselves like with the architects and interior designers and everybody else in
Mhm.
there?
Well, this is the ideal, not always happening, you know. Most of
Okay.
the time the spa is not taken into account from the very beginning when the architecture start making the plans from hotels. Spa used to be an area that not always sits in the middle of the attention.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to get involved from the very beginning. And when we said with the very beginning, we said everything. We start creating, in the meantime, with the architect, we start creating the concept, the vision, the strategic planning. We get involved with the space program and of the development, what we call
Mm-hmm.
the area program for the spa, regarding to equipment specifications, spa suites or cabinets recommendations. How about the layout for the different areas, for relax
Mm-hmm.
room, for the reception, for the retail area, which is also very important in spa. I mean, everything related to the ambience,
Mm-hmm.
as you said, to the light, to the sounds. We try to get involved to make a sense and to create a concept, a different concept related with the hotel, with the demand, and of course with the location
I
in
was
which
going to
to
ask you
start.
about that. That was going to be my next question. Like, how do you put this concept together? I mean, if it's not something like you said, like not always the architect or the project manager has in mind the spa itself. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when I think about a wellness hotel, just to give you an idea,
Okay.
my perspective is figure it out, let me put the spa and then figure out everything else around it, like to make the hotel, let's put it this way, and a spa where I'm gonna sleep in. So when you say the location, so how that comes in to create that concept?
I will say that the location is the key to get an innovative spa.
Okay.
We create the concept according to the place where the spa is located. You know, of course, following the hotel concept, as I said before, the demand for the
Mm-hmm.
spa. And when we speak about the concept regarding to location, we think about every detail involved in the atmosphere, the sounds, the music, the flavors, the fragrance, the uniform of the spa, and of course the menu.
Mm.
For example, I give you an example. We won't include a Thai massage, for example, in a Mexico spa. We try to think about rituals if we are working on a spa in Mexico related to the Mayan, to the Aztec culture, and what is involved in the destination. We try to find out local products to create the best folk experience for the spa, you know, because, for example, spa consumers, they used to go to Thailand and get a Thai massage. When they go to Mexico, they would like to get something special, unique from this part of the world, even in the spa treatment. So this
Yeah.
is key to get a distinction, to be different from competitors, right?
Yeah, and it makes
But
a difference. I think it
yeah.
really makes a difference when a hotel or destination really
Mhm.
take advantage of the resources that they have intrinsically locally.
Mhm.
I mean, I always, I mean, I am an evangelist of authenticity. Like if I go to Europe, of course, I'm going to see Europeans and all this, the Swiss and, you know, the cave salts and the Swiss bath and all, because I'm in Switzerland. I'm expecting that. Yeah, yeah. But then when you hear, and I hear this, I mean, here in New York, even in the Caribbean, or even in some hotels in Latin America, they put out their communications and ads and market themselves as a Swiss massage, Japanese. And I'm like, but you're not in Japan. So you're bringing, I mean, I get it. You're bringing, you train your people to be able to give these massages and to give these treatments, but you're not, I mean, Himalayan salt in what in Belize or in Dominican Republic, it sounds like, wait, what? I mean, what?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Last year, we have been working in a spa in the Iguazu Falls here in Argentina, which is one of the most recognized touristic places to visit. And it's a spa that belongs to an international hotel chain. Of course, we needed to follow the standards of the hotel group. But if we were in the middle of the forest, we create a best spa experience in the middle of the forest. I mean, because of the falling sounds, the fragrance of the spa, the light, the decoration, even the spa menu. We created signature rituals regarding to the falls, regarding to the red ear that came from the floor. So this is the way we had to keep, we have to keep some treatment from the chain, of course, because it was asked to us, but we try to play in a good way with all the products from the local forest, right?
Yeah.
Because this is the way to say, okay, I have been in this hotel chain in Bali, in New York, but when I went to Argentina, we went to the Iguazu Falls Hotel, and it was real amazing. And I got there an experience that I'm not going to get in other spa, right? So this is the magic of
you
creating
guys,
the concept.
Got it. So you guys are like in the middle of staying with the authenticity of the location and whatever the chain, the chain or the hotel owner is. How is that? How that plays out? Is it hard to engage them into this conversation? And look, I mean, this is what really we understand works, and I believe it does. Authenticity always will win. That's my feeling. So how that negotiation goes along?
Now, it depends of the it depends of the hotel manager usually. If the hotel manager is involved with the place and create himself or herself in the place, then at the end he or she understand that it's the best way to create something different, to create experience, right? And it's easier with the staff because usually the spa team are from these places, so they help, and it's very helpful to convince the hotel manager that usually came from another part of the world. If we are talking about international hotel groups, but the local spa team is very important as well to get a negotiation, because they got the experience, they know the place, all the secrets of the land, and all the benefits of the local products. So working as a team, we can convince most of times the hotel manager to create something authentic, something different from the rest of the spa.
How long does it take you, like on an average basis, to really to have the project from the moment that you guys get like, okay, we're involved in the project to the completion? I mean, is it 6, 8 months, 3 months, 4 months, 9 months? What is the average time that you have per project?
Okay, actually, it depends of the complex of each project, but usually it takes 6 months. If the
Okay.
spa is ready, the construction, I mean, to start with the creation of the concept, developing standards, recruiting staff, training the staff, to get everything ready, equipment, buy the equipment, negotiate with architects. It usually takes between 6 or 8 months. It depends on the complex of the project.
Okay, get it.
Something it's very common that we have been called from spas that are operating already.
Okay, so that's different.
That's another business, exactly. And it depends, can be a 3-month work, can take, well, now with all the changing, we are even making some coaching or training by, of course, online. So it can take, like a month to create a special programs to help the spa to increase the revenues or train the staff while we are on the coronavirus
yeah, can imagine. That was gonna be my next question, even though I'm trying, I'm doing the best that I can to not bring this up into the meetings or into the interviews, because we all know what's going on. We all know, we know the situation and all the changes and the social distancing and all the the 4 walls that we have to be in, quarantine everybody in every single place. So now your line of business changes. Because spas are changing, so they're changing. What do you think is happening? What do you think is going to happen? I mean, not even from your perspective of being a consulting agent, but from the perspective of the spa owner, of the spa manager, or the wellness director, because spas is a very personal. It's a very personal interaction. It's not that you can, that you can give a massage with a feather 10 feet away. It's like you cannot do that.
Right.
So what do you think? How do you see moving forward that that ideas from your head that you think, okay, you know what, maybe we can do this or maybe we can do that, just to generate the confidence and the trust that people are going to need to be able to walk into those establishments again.
Exactly. Well, for sure, as you said, spas should change even some standards, and even regarding to cleaning procedures. This is mandatory. The clean of the spa should be rule number 1, even more than before, Then I think that a way is to book the use of public areas in order to avoid many people using the pool or the sauna at the same time, right? Then I think that we need to think about more privacy in the spa.
Good point.
Yes, I have been thinking a couple of years ago, some days ago to this point. I think that it's a great possibility to create private bespoke experiences for guests. I mean, spend less time in the public areas and more time in spa suites, to get a complete ritual. Since you enter the spa, you get just the contact with the spa concierge or the spa coach, and you're escorted to your private spa suite, and you can get your experience there. Just a 2, 3, 4 hour experience, from facial, a body treatment, a massage, some personal yoga or mindfulness one-to-one classes. And this could be an excellent opportunity to upselling as well,
Yeah, that's true.
Because in the spa, just say, okay, try to think positively to this crisis and think what we are gonna do when the pandemic flat down. right?
Yes, yeah, I mean, yeah, because we already understand that it's a virus is like a, like a normal cold, a normal flu.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be with us, it's gonna stay with us. It's a virus. It's not that it's going to delete from the atmospheres and leave away. So it's like we
Exactly.
need to learn how to live with it. I need to adjust how to be with it and live with
Mm-hmm.
it. I
Yes.
think I mean, that's a great idea. I mean, I know that there's a lot of companies out there that they do individual saunas, like little ones.
Mm-hmm. Right.
When you say individual experiences, I'm already picturing this big saunas being closed up in partitions, like through little
Yes.
doors that you can go in there and have your private moment during the heat. I mean, it sounds complicated, but at the same time, sounds like a way of adjusting.
Exactly. And if we think about the about the revenue for the spa, we know that we need to try to keep occupied every spa suite during the day, because most incomes from spa come from the spa suite, not from the
Yeah.
public area,
Yes, true.
not for using the
Yeah,
pool, the sauna,
yeah, it's true. You're
right?
right. You're right. It's taking advantage already of those spa suites and
Exactly.
adjust to that. I mean, it's just basically an adjustment to what the vision of the spa is.
Definitely, definitely. And let me tell you something more important that are changes related to the staff. It will be definitely necessary to wear uniform and protections such as mask covers, goggles, gloves, the correct shoes. Of course, wash the hands even more than frequently used to do it. Everything that protects the internal and external client, right? Because the sign, I'm sure it's going to be the most sensitive place to go, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna deny to you. I think that'll be like a creative way of doing this. The uniforms definitely,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it will be a little bit freaky that you're gonna get a treatment and you see someone cover up from head to toe. So it's like, wait, what am I doing here? Like, it's like the relaxation goes away. Because I know that and you're giving a massage to someone, your hands are basically the energy transmitters, and you want to have that healing from their hands. So it's kind of like I said before, it's a transition thing. I'm sure that you as a consultant for spas, you are already thinking millions and millions of ideas on what you can tell your clients, how you can approach this industry. Because I do believe that wellness spas, wellness hotels, and any other wellness related business right now is far from being dead. On the contrary, I
Definitely.
understand, it's my understanding that from now on is where we need these businesses the most, these services the most, so we can actually enhance our well-being, so we can actually use preventive health, so we can boost our immune system. So when these things come up, and they will come up again, maybe, who knows,
Mhm.
we are more prepared as humans, as individuals, as our body, with building blocks that would allow us to be okay. Here it is. I take the preventive measurements, but I'm okay. I'm strong. Like I can deal with
Mhm.
this.
Definitely, definitely. And but and I also think that we need to, as I told you before, we need to be positive. I think that at the end of the pandemic, it will be a great opportunity for the wellness tourism with all the changes that we are thinking, that we have been talking. But
Hmm.
I think that it will be a great opportunity. You know why? During this quarantine, many people realize that it's possible to keep meetings by Zoom, Google Talks, etc. But and probably the business tourism comes down a little bit, but not leisure, not the relax. And most people love traveling, and they are going to travel as soon as possible.
Oh yeah.
When,
Oh yeah.
right?
I know that. I know that. I know. There's going to be
So
different ways of traveling. There's going to be probably, we already seen airlines already offering social distancing. So you can
mhm,
buy a ticket with like in your row and no one sitting next to you. So they're already being creative ways of thinking, like, okay, we have to keep this up. Even if we don't fill up I mean, and it's something that I believe is going to work better for the consumers when we are not in such a crowded planes. I mean, I've been in flights where I'm literally like this, like I can't hardly move. And I'm not talking about, this is probably Spirit Airlines, which is like one of the most crowded ones and is the things. No, I'm talking about American Airlines, JetBlue, I'm talking about Delta, I'm talking about United, where the planes are like, we're packed. And I keep saying, but what, are they bringing more people in? And I'm feeling, I don't like crowds to begin with. I never like crowds to begin with. So I'm one of those persons that, you know, those jokes on Facebook and Instagram, like, oh, you're practicing social distancing now. I've been practicing this all my life. No, I'm one of those.
Be happy.
And I'm like, I avoid crowds. I like open spaces with like less people around me, and I adore, you know, I like a nice group of people, but not to be congested. So I think even airlines are gonna be changing, and we all gonna adjust to this. So I do think, and I do believe everybody's gonna be like, no, I need to see something. I need to get out of here. I can't deal with this anymore. I need to go. But then it's also thinking about the fact that as an industry, wellness tourism, travel, just the tourism at itself, it needs to start creating confidence again, because it's we need the confidence that you are taking care of your facilities, that you are taking care of your personnel, that you are taking care of the planet, that you're taking care of your community. Therefore, you're going to be able to take care of me when I go there. Then I can trust that you are taking care of me. If you're taking care of yourself first and you are good, then I can trust that I'm going to put myself in a good hands. And that's what I believe is going to be like the message for it.
This is definitely the message.
So Romina, and what? I'm sorry, you want to say?
No.
No, go for it. And what? Tell me.
No, and I think that let me tell something that I'm gonna take from the Global Wellness Institute. Let's join the movement, positive well. So don't feel fear. Just focus on wellness. We need to be healthy. We need to stay home now in order to keep safe ourselves and our families and our friends. So let's take this time to be healthy, right? To start getting some habits, healthy habits, just to create a routine, not to stay all the time with Netflix and thinking about the bad things of the pandemic. Just take time, you know, to rebrand ourselves, rebrand our business, but especially just keep positive, because this pandemic is not going to last forever, and we are going to be just out of the world in a, let's say, in a short time.
Yes, let's put it this way. I thank you so much, Romina, for taking this time to chat with me, to chat with all the people that follows Punta Cana Wellness. Like I said before, Romina, it was one, I didn't know if I said it, but Romina was one of the speakers that was coming to the conference in May, but it's going to happen definitely next year. And we'll be announcing the date in a short couple of period of months, so we can have the date and everybody. So you're going to be, if you come into the conference next year, you're going to be able to talk to Romina in person, ask her questions. But if you really have anything to say to her, but we will be sharing on the blog your website, and also we're sharing your Instagram user. So if anybody has any questions, you'll be more than able to contact her directly, follow her on Instagram, and be part of the conversation. We're creating a conversation to move forward. We're creating a conversation to see what can we do for the industry, how can we bounce back, and how we can keep going and cheering for wellness, because at the end of the day, that's what we believe in, right? Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Romina. It's been a pleasure. And remember my jar of dulce de leche. Okay, there's no
Of
way
course,
that's
I'll
no
take
way
it
that
for
I'm not
you.
gonna remind you that one.
No, I take a big pot of dulce de leche and some alfajores.
No, that too. That too. I need something to eat it with.
I'll do it for you, definitely.
That's me. Thank you, Romina.
Thank you, Maribel. Very nice to talk to you. Thank you
Okay.
to everyone.